Hello, Kevin Emard here. I was asked to do a little video series on how to hunt the white-tailed deer with a bow. So what we're going to start off with is we come through this area, and I chose this area because of all the scrapes that were here earlier this year. Now, as you can see, there's a pretty good trail here still, so I'll just do a little bit of panning around. So if you look here, you'll see tracks. These are doe tracks. The difference between a doe track is a doe track is a lot shorter than a buck track. A buck track, a good buck is usually, you'll have about a 3 to 4 inch track. And a doe is usually anywhere about 2.5 maybe, and lower, smaller. But there's a good trail that runs through here and goes across. Now the reason why they use this is because this is a little bit of a bench here. So it's a small little high spot that runs in between two areas. So over farther this way, there's a good bedding area for them, and then they hide in where there's a lot of spruce, things of that nature. The wind's usually coming this way, so it makes a V. So it looks, so if the wind's going straight this way, or I guess the wind goes straight this way, and this trail runs at an angle. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a little bit of how I would personally set up here. I just finished setting up a trail camera. I should have got that on video. I'm sorry. But yeah, so they use this a lot. Now I did catch bucks using this trail earlier this year. I have them on. I have trail camera photos of that, and they're on the same camera. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go over here, have a look. I'll show you a couple of things over here. Here, I'll trade you. See? So that trail runs right through there, but you can see that it has this little obstruction here. If I would have brought my axe, I'd cut that obstruction off the way, so that way they'll keep using this all the time and it won't bother them. See, we came in with the ATVs. I don't walk on their trail. The reason why I don't walk on their trail is because it leaves too much scent on the ground. I want them to try to continue using this as much as they can. So there's my camera. I set up the camera so that way it follows this trail. There's a rub right there. There's a rub right there. There's also a rub on this tree here. That's another thing that they use to leave their calling card, so to speak. So what they do is they come into an area. There used to be scrapes. There was a scrape in front of the quad, a scrape over there, scrape over there, scrape over there, a couple over here. So that's why I chose this spot. Now, since this trail runs at a little bit of an angle and not just straight east and west, let's see, what is that? That is also a deer track. That looks like it was a buck track. So what we're gonna do is, because this is an old cut line here. Now, what I would do is I'd look at these trees if I was gonna set up on a tree stand here. So I don't want to be too far. I want to be within 15 yards of whatever trail that they want to use the most. So if I come in here, and you can see there's this trail here, and it goes up and walks around and goes that way. So any one of these trees would be a good spot, because right now we're only about 5 yards from that trail. We want to be a little bit farther than that. So what I would do, or what I'm willing to do, set up in one of these spruce right here. Oops. one of these spruce. Put a tree stand in here. I do have another spot picked out, so we'll go have a look at that. So what this animal's doing, you can see, he comes in here and he's working his way down this old cut line. So there was a burn that come through here, so that's why I would set up here. Now if I was setting up a ground blind, I'd set it up right where I am right now. I don't want to be too close to where people can see. You can see the quads over there. I don't want them to be able to see my tree stand, because then they'll steal it. Or if I had a ground blind, I don't want them to see the ground blind, because then it would get stolen. But here's a good spot. See, it's open enough, and when you're high in a tree, you can see quite far. So I would personally put a tree stand right here. Or, yeah, it would be in this exact tree. The cut line is about, I don't know, 10 yards over there. So anything on the opposite side of that cut line, you're not going to get a good shot at. But it doesn't look like they're using that side. They're using this side because it's the downwind side. That cut line runs all the way down there like that. So you set up in this tree. When you're up there, you have access. You can see all of that. And they will not smell you because the wind is coming from straight that direction. And you got, that's 15 yards to that trail. And less than 10 yards to the cut line. So you set up here. And nobody will see the tree stand because it's not visible from the main road over there. So this is a good spot.